for our HR listeners out there, since you kind of started that HR journey there and then exited it, but I'm just kind of curious, like, how can HR leaders model authenticity even when they're in that more traditional or resistant environments? But for our HR people out there, what are some things that they can do?
It's a really valid question because talk about burnout, things that we as HR professionals don't talk about except to one
Yes.
another because we are servicing and in partnership with the entire company. And because it's very rare that we get to talk about what we're going through or that, whoa, that experience really knocked me off my feet today or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that authenticity is going to look very different for each and every person based on where they are, for sure.
Yeah.
So we know in HR, we have to do a lot of compartmentalizing.
Absolutely.
By the way, I don't think that's easy all the time.
Mm-mm.
And I
No.
think there's a price that we pay for that. So what can I, if we reverse engineer that, we would be able to talk about that.
Yeah.
If we had the opportunity not only to share with ourselves, but to share with senior leaders or leadership or
Mhm.
whomever you go to, I think that would go a very long way because I do think we are expected to take it, but we have to find some kind of bridge to people that care or will listen. And so we can say, this is really hard, or guess what? I don't know
Yeah.
if I can do this exit. Like, I don't know if I can do this term right now. I'm bereft, whatever. Uh,
Yes.
we rarely do that.
But we forget that so often, and I do think that HR definitely carries a lot of the brunt because 'cause they've gotta advise at the senior level, and then they've gotta support at the lower level, and somewhere in between all of that, and I think a lot of times, HR ends up being the bad guy when they're not the bad guys.
Yeah, so many times we're the messenger.